Hello, my friends. EJ here at Back Porch Antiques. We're coming to you tonight with a little bit of local history. I know a lot of you all probably are not from our region, but the concept will hold true across this wonderful globe. So for those of you who are watching us across the big pond, hello. These concepts will work for you as well. Those on the left side of our wonderful, beautiful country, these concepts work for you too. But there is something to be said about the marketability of local history. And that's what we've got here. For those of you who are from the East Tennessee, Greenville area, you will appreciate this video just a little bit. But I've got some regionally specific, regionally historical pieces that I'd like to share with you. And again, these do hold some value because of their regionality. Now, I've done some videos before on Tennessee license plates, motorcycle plates, those sorts of things. But here is, I actually found this one this weekend and drug it out of an old garage. So that it's pretty cool find. That's a different story for a different time. But this is a Tennessee license plate, 1948. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Also, we got a video about how to do that. But anyway, this is a Greene County motorcycle plate, and it holds more value in Greene County than it does in other parts of the world. There are other Greene County or Tennessee license plate collectors that appreciate these, but specifically in Greene County, these have more value than other places in the world. That being said, in my collection, 3 of which I bought out of Canada. I don't know how they get there, but we chased them down, thankfully. So that's a pretty cool piece. Putting a value on that, it's the $500 range, you know, something along those lines. Trying to put it on a nail, priceless. Anyway, we'll just lay it up here. Other particular pieces, Automobilia is also a good tie to regionality. This particular front license plate, also known as a dealer plate, is from Sam Riley's Chevrolet dealership, USA 1 in Mohawk, Tennessee. That's in between Greenville and exit 23 down on that way. These plates are regionally specific because of their ties to the region, but also there's a collector area for USA 1, the Chevrolet plates. But this plate, you know, with the blue back, probably dates early 60s. I've seen these sold for $300 to $350. Other Automobilia things. This is a, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a Greene County Bank. I guess maybe it's a printed notebook, address book, things like that. Some pretty interesting, this is another thing that makes local stuff interesting because oftentimes you'll find old names in it. In like this address book. Let's see if I know any of these. Elmer Berger, Ruth Woolsey. My dad's grandmother was a Woolsey. Sam Humphreys. Fred Jones. Robert Bauer. Hubert Kilday. But anyway, that probably doesn't mean anything to you unless you're from Greenville. But it's got some really cool advertising on it. Greene County Bank, which no longer exists. Harrison Motor Company, which no longer exists. This kind of dates this piece because they sold Hudson's then. Drive the Hornet. 2-digit phone number. Call 38. Let's see if it has a date in here anywhere. I don't see any dates, but all 2- and 3-digit phone numbers, which dates it pretty good to the 40s and 50s. Modern Electric. Lumber. Dry Kilns. Greenville Lumber Company. Oh, 1951-52, there we go. So yeah, but this sort of stuff, it commands some profit because of the value of it. Now here's another little keychain, Harrison Motor Company. Also a little bit of a side note, my dad's grandfather, who was married to the Woolsey, worked at Harrison Motor Company, was also a policeman here in Greenville. There's a yardstick, Harrison Motor Company, 50,000 mile Plymouth Valiant. Don Carter, Harold Roberts, Clark Harrison, Raymond Brown, Goob Hawk. Those were some of the higher up individuals in that area. So that makes it pretty collectible. This also is pretty collectible. This is an actual baseball jersey from the Magnavox baseball team. Number 30. I just bought this today, actually. So I really don't know who wore the number 30. but I'm going to do a little research and find out. Very cool, probably 50s or 60s, maybe 40s. It's that heavy wool. Here is a picture I have hanging in my store of the Magnavox team, all of which played here in Greenville. As you know, Magnavox was a big company here in Greenville, and these are kind of what those guys looked like. I don't, however, see the number 30 in there, but we'll keep looking. Here's a pretty cool piece. You've seen me do videos before on old bottles. This is an Old Smoky bottle, which was bottled in where? Right here in Greenville, Tennessee. I guess that's Church Street is where that was. And these bottles, if they're in good shape, will command $100 pretty easily. And if you find one from Johnson City, they're $25. But a Greenville bottle is $100 because there's a lot of collectors that collect that local Greenville stuff. Pretty cool piece right here. A sales sheet for Greenville Motor Company. And I was thinking there was a date on it too. I don't see it, but I imagine this was probably the 1940s. Pretty cool little receipt book there. This piece here, I don't know how well you can see it, is actually a really cool piece. This is a some sort of, I guess, little pendant from a Masonic organization here in Greenville, the Greenville, Tennessee Grand Commandery, and it is dated 1899. And it's a very cool piece, but again, Greenville history, very old. Not much newer is this calendar sheet from Raymond's calendar. You've heard people talk about the Raymond's calendar. This one is from 1904. Raymond's calendar is now American Calendar Company, and they are still here, made in Greenville. So this is pretty cool. This is a 1904 edition, and there's a lot of local and regional lore about planning in the signs, if you will. That's a quote. Planning by the signs of the moon, those sorts of things, and you can find that here. And I don't really know, but it tells you when you should be planning and when things like that, when the sun rises, when the sun sets, when to fish. Like I know that you're supposed to, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody can correct me, I never did really plant by the signs. I planted by what the weather was. If it's raining, I didn't plant potatoes. But anyway, like you're supposed to plant potatoes in the feet. I think. Right there's the legs. It says the legs. I don't really know what all that means, but I know that a lot of the old timers would take pretty seriously about planting in the signs. That's what they meant, if by chance you don't know what that means. So I think that's all that I've got for you, but I just wanted to show you some local pieces here in Greene County and kind of elaborate to you a little bit that there is a premium for pieces in their locality. So if you're out picking or if you're out at an auction or something and you find something with a prominent city or town that's a little bit odd or a little bit special, maybe you might want to try to market that in that locality. It may mean some more money for you. So anyway, that's my pro tip for the day. If I can ever help you or anything, give me a yell here at the Back Porch Antiques in Greenville, Tennessee. We'll catch you later.